Hi, this is Berlinda. Welcome to True to the Wise. So, our topic today is the Ten Commandments. So, growing up in the church, I was taught that the laws were done away with, right? But as I started to read my Bible and study to show myself approved, as Second Timothy 2:15 states, I learned that the laws are not done away with. What is done away with is the fact that we no longer have to use animals because Christ has become the sacrificial lamb, right? But the Ten Commandments, they are the standard we use to live a holy life, right? Also in Matthew 5:17 it states, "Do not think that I have come to abolish the law or the prophets. I have not come to abolish them, but to fulfill them." So what I wanted to do today is dissect the Ten Commandments and break it down, because when we read the Ten Commandments, it's actually the spirit of each law that we're concerned about, okay? You'll understand what I mean once I break down each law, okay? So you will find the Ten Commandments in Exodus chapter 20, verses 3 through 17. Number 1, thou shalt not have no other gods before me. If I am working many hours and I do not have time to pray and spend time with the Most High God, then whatever you put before God is your God. So working is not actually wrong, but if you work, and you're so much of your time is consumed with your job that you have no time to pray and worship and spend time with the Most High God, He's not your priority. Your job is, right? So that's your God, okay? Number 2, thou shalt not make any graven images. So we do not serve a God with our own hands. He is a spirit. So we do not need to wear a cross. Christ has been resurrected. Also, we do not need to worship Mary, Buddha, or even pictures of Christ, because that is not a true representation of Christ anyways, okay? Also, celebrities, we do not need to imitate or admire them, because that is also a form of idolatry. Number 3, thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain. The Most High God is a holy God. We shouldn't be using his name in any type of negative way. So if you're angry, you shouldn't be saying, "Oh my blank," right? You shouldn't be swearing using his name. You shouldn't be making oaths using his name and then breaking promises, because again, those are all ways that we put his name in vain. Number 4, remember the Sabbath day and keep it holy. The reason Christ said to remember the Sabbath day is because he knew that we Israelites would forget it, okay? So the true holy day is actually Saturday. It's from Friday sundown to Saturday sundown, okay? So we use that day to rest and worship. No cooking, no cleaning, no working, shopping. If you're going to do, anything active, it should be just a church service or funeral that is really the only reason to drive and be active. But otherwise, the Most High wants us to use that day to rest and worship, contrary to cultural beliefs, right? We need one day of rest, and God gave it to us. Friday sundown to Saturday sundown. Number 5, honor thy father and thy mother. We need to respect our parents, watching our words and action towards them, even as adults, right? And, what we do as a child and even as adult is basically a representation of them. So we should try to live a holy life, not to shame them, okay? Also, even when they die, we must honor them, and by how, what we say about them and how we act. And when they are elderly, we need to take care of them, right? There is nothing wrong with having them and live with us, and we take care of them, because that is our duty, okay? I know sometimes they're in a position where they're so sick that they need a nurse or a doctor with them all the time, like a nursing home. That's different, but otherwise they should be living with you, and you should be taking care of them as an elderly person. Number 6, thou shalt not kill. If we have any unforgiveness in our heart or hate towards anyone, we have the spirit of murder, because that can lead to wanting to delete someone. You don't have to physically delete someone to be called a murderer, according to the commandments. Also, if you have an abortion, it's a form of murder because only the Most High can determine when someone dies, no one else. Number 7, thou shalt not commit adultery. If you look at adult videos, it's adultery. If you are thinking about someone in a sexual way, it's adultery. Because everything starts in the mind. If you are divorced and you marry again but had no grounds for divorce, it's adultery, because the only grounds to divorce and remarry is infidelity, and that's it. Number 8, thou shalt not steal. If you take anything that does not belong to you and claim it as yours without permission of the owner or paying for it, it's stealing. I'll give you a simple example. If you go to the store and you buy an item that's $10, you give the cashier $20, and the cashier accidentally gives you $15 in change, you need to go back and give the $5, or otherwise it's stealing, right? Number 9, thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. If you do not know the whole story regarding someone and you make up lies that can ruin their reputation, send them to jail, get fired, and so forth, you are bearing false witness. Number 10, thou shalt not covet. Okay, thou shalt not covet means that the Most High blesses the just and the unjust, and you don't really know how the person gained their wealth in the first place. Okay, so you should be happy with what you have, and just know that everybody has a different journey, and because also the spirit of jealousy can lead to wanting to delete someone. Okay, I hope you've been edified by this video. I hope I see you next time. Please feel free to like and share. I'm also on YouTube with the title Truth to the Wise. Please feel free to like and subscribe to that channel as well. I hope I see you next time. Be blessed.